Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lurks Below. My name is Wilfred. Now this game is still on early access, so whatever I said here about the game mechanic around this starvation system is as per what I am experiencing today. So now if you look at the history of this game being developed, the starvation system, which is the hunger and fatigue, has always been one of the most discussed topic. People often vote this game down because they don't like how the farming and cooking is being implemented. Not necessarily say that they don't like the game, or it's very rare you see people saying that, oh, the game is ugly, or the gears are not fine, it's not nice, or whatnot. I mean, majority of people have problem with this game because they don't like how the farming and the the cooking is being implemented. So over time, this game changes a lot. I've seen the whole growth of it. So I've seen it in the past whereby you could extract the seed from the plant itself, and then the surplus are those food that you don't eat. You can extract the seed and then you can replant it back. So you can form your own farm, and over time your farm grows, and the surpluses of the produce, you could sell it off as well, part of earning gold. It's well and good, except the fact that after a while it gets a little bit boring because it becomes a chore. I can totally understand that. It's the same thing, right? You play a little bit of the mobs, and you try to destroy some monster, you go back to your base, and then after that you deal with the farm. So you spend half the time killing monster, which is the fun part, half the time doing farming, which initially could be fun, but after a while could feel like a chore. So what David Bradford has done is that, well, let's do away with this system. Let's not allow us to extract seeds. You have to hunt for monster for meat. You have to hunt for chest for the seed, as well as you have to plant the seed with the 4 seasons in mind. So summer, spring, autumn, winter. Winter you can't grow anything. Each season besides winter, we have a different kind of crops to it. So it's kind of interesting, except the fact that it become like a survival on steroid, depending on where you are in your character as well, because sometimes you have the sometimes you kind of like in the middle of the character, and suddenly the game rule changes. You miss out all the goodies that may have been handed out at the beginning of the journey, all this extra food, and now you find it really hard to survive. And it happens because the character are not being wiped anymore. So in view of that, there's always an ongoing discussion about starvation system or farming or cooking, and I'd like to walk through some of the game modes that we have today in EAv below, and how I feel about the implementation of it, and so on. All right. So now, if you play pick a character, maybe a rook or whatever it is, then you can say Bob. Okay, this looks like a Bob, and there are a couple of game modes here I'd like to just walk through with you. Right. So the descent mode is like for those who don't like the starvation system, or those that don't like how the starvation system is being implemented in Lurks below. This is an option, meaning that you could just kill mobs, craft items, and so on. So that's descent. And if you do want to do a little bit of like kind of like hardcore to it, without worrying about food and so on, you can have hardcore descent as well. So if a mob kills your character dies, and that's the end of journey. But you don't have to ever worry about food or starvation or fatigue. You just play the game. So that's the descent. And then you have something called creative, whereby you don't need to worry about the hunger, blah blah blah, and also all the building material, everything is being unlocked for you. Make it easier. So it's like you want something chill, you can play it, then this is the mode for you. Now survival is how the game was originally designed. Whenever I picked up a game, I always try a game or play a game whereby it is originally designed, because there's no point in playing something too easy or too hard, because I want to be able to complete the game as it was originally designed. And the original design is that it has a survival component to it. There is a hunger and fatigue. You have to craft, farm and cook to stay alive, and so on and so forth. And now this is a survival mode, and you have the survival hardcore mode, whereby if your character dies during the battle, then the game ends or dies in general. So now the difference between hardcore survival and survival, besides the hardcore part, is that survival is also kind of like a hardcore as well, because once you run out of food, your character will keep losing health, and once the health drops to 0, what happens? Your character dies. Now if you are at a survival mode and not survival hardcore, your character will get revived, but you're still starved, so you will still go, you still die. So it becomes a loop whereby most likely you have to restart the game again. So the different mode is kind of like quite, there are different options there, but I think there is still a lot of like a room for improvement from my experience for the way that the game should be designed at the survival level, whereby the farming and cooking could have been a little bit more, less harsh to it. I think leave the harsh stuff to the hardcore survival, but survival should be sufficiently challenged, but not to tax it until like every single battle. I skip mobs actually to look for food. Mushroom is my friend, and I try to open as many chests as I can. And try to skip, sometimes I have to skip mobs. I have to skip upgrading my gear because I don't have time for these things. I have to skip doing quests like creating a rune. I have to skip creating a ring because I have no time reading which ring require what rune. I have to skip sleeping as well. I've used coffee because there's no point in sleeping. Sleeping will cause me starvation. I will start my hunger level will go up as I sleep. So why do I want to do all these things? So it becomes very, very like, everything is just survival. Now, people say that in the end game, towards the higher level is less tedious, but there are parts whereby it's really painful. And I feel it as well. I'm now at level 17. I'm going to play a little bit, and I managed to have some kind of like a little bit of tomato, which I think is like a holy grail for food. And the food I have so far are some of these cauliflower, some of this like a cabbage, and some of the cooked meat as well. So I have some food, I have some mushroom as well, and that kind of helped me to survive a little bit. I thought I was going to go game over, because I was at one point really run out of food, but fortunately I kind of survived through that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to play a little bit, and I hope that it won't be too painful to watch, because I'll be just constantly looking for food instead of constantly playing the game that I should be playing in the sense. So now, there's other food like roasted garlic and so on. There's a potato that I haven't really found a use to it. And I would like to construct something called a fridge. That is, if I can find it somewhere. There is a fridge somewhere, trust me. I've probably have survival. There's a fridge somewhere that you can build. So I have a refrigerator. The food doesn't rot. So now I'm not at that level whereby the food will rot, but then the food may rot as well. So I need like an iron bar, 10 iron bar. Oops, sorry guy. 10 iron bar, copper, iron. So I've just nice 10 iron bar, some ice. So why don't I just make that first? Because I know that eventually I'll need a fridge somewhere. I better do it now for you guys to see. But this is what I mean, right? The more you do all these things, the lesser time you have to actually find food. So I have a fridge here, and I suppose I could, open it and put some food inside. And this fridge doesn't really look very big, so I could put some food inside here just to make sure that they do not rot, and food that I can eat as well. And there are items I would like to craft as well, but I haven't really got a chance to craft them because I don't have time to do all these things. But what I really wanted to do is craft a chest item here that I need like 18 of the bars. So bars 18. Alright, so forge is here. So 70. Oh yeah, I have enough. So I have 20, so I can craft something. So I can craft a chest item. Yep, you have to stand near the anvil, so I kind of like know where the anvil is. So I have so that is one thing. I need to go and put it back to the bank. on this spare item, because in case the character dies, I don't have to go naked, so as to speak. So now I am ready for next level, and I'm going to play a little bit of the game. Sun is setting right now, so you may see this place getting darker and darker. But yeah, I should be able to have some action for you. So this is the home stone that you could teleport back to where you were. It's the 8th day of autumn, so winter is coming. Food is important. So there's a lot of gold here, but wow. So so now forget about playing, right? So I need to make sure that I go back and deal with my food situation, because you don't want food to be ready and then you are not harvesting them. So that would be bad. So you have some tomato, then you see some of them is gone. So you know, it's not like they're there all the time. They may be gone. So I just need to make sure that I have harvest all the things that I need to, and then now I need to think about, okay, what kind of food should I be making? Let me just see. I think all these things are higher. The higher one are supposed to be better. So I have a carrot. Okay, so I just do a cooked veggie. I could have carrot. So carrot is 1. Okay, so I can have like this one here, which is garlic mashed potato. I can have like soup, which is 3 of them, and then I have some roasted garlic. All right, and then that's about it. I think that's all that I can have right now. Let me see how much I can put in the fridge. The fridge is more. Oh wow, hang on. The fridge is like more like a place for me to dump stuff inside. Yep. So I have. I hope this kind of food is enough for me to last the winter, together with the mushroom that I'll get. But okay, now that my food situation is somewhat settled, I can go and really play the game a little bit. This is my starvation kind of thingy. So these are the thing, and so this flesh eater here. So what I would do, because I'm a wizard, I would like do something quite easy. So at least there's a meat here, by the way. So now I could do something like let me see. I need some matches. So now he's quite smart that he is moving away from me in a sense, because I'm going to. Wow, this guy has a lot of health. So what I could do, and since this one is a melee guy, so I could actually do something like that. I think, yeah. Oh no, he's not a melee guy. I see no other way. So done. Okay. So done. So I think health potion is probably my best friend here. I don't know why I don't have any health potion. That's scary, huh? The thought of not having a health potion is very scary. So I could sleep, I guess. Or I could go back and get my health potion. And there's still quite a lot of things going around. So let's see, health potion. I have it in my bank somewhere. Yep. There you go. So now this is a small meat, so I could, like I said, food is my first #1 priority right now. So I can use it to make a hamburger, I think. And I can do it here. This is an oven. So this is hamburger. This is a burger. So I can make a burger to fill my stomach in a little bit. So I put it in the fridge as well. Okay, so I hope this is enough for me to last for my food. So now I'm starved, so I need to eat something. Now I could go for a mushroom. There's this royal mushroom, feed me for 11. It doesn't really make a lot of like. What does that do? It gives me some buff, I think. I'm being poisoned. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Okay, so I'm being poisoned. So not all mushrooms are good. Some mushrooms are just terrible. Just have to be careful what you eat. So yep. So I think I'm fine now. Just a little bit poison. Poison slow me down, of course. So I'm just going back in there. So there is the. Okay, nothing here. So there's a scary guy here. Okay. So there are loot here. Oh, this is good. This is good. So let me just grab this one. So now, oops, man, I was I'm using MMO mouse, so get a little bit. Yep, done. So that's done. Let me see. Now I could check on this. I don't have the scroll of. You see, there's a lot of things I need to do in this game. I need to go and identify this guy, but I can't do it right now. So I could destroy this guy for some crystal. Okay, so that is done. And the this guy will destroy me, man. Seriously. Oh no, it doesn't. Done. So now mushrooms is good, trust me. So I hunt for mushroom. I don't get happy about gear per se, but I'm very happy about mushroom. So I mean that's precisely the problem I'm having right now, because you know I should be out there hunting monster, but instead I just get happy looking at mushroom. So there are more mobs over there. The I have to strategize here a little bit. The awesomeness of being a wizard. And guess what? I'm hungry. Okay, let's see. I'm hungry now, so I need to eat some poison. Why not? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. So let's see. There are some chests over there. There are some guy over there, so I could teleport in. Oops. I could like probably teleport in, and the mushroom. Yay. Yeah, this is a rune. Let me just show it to you in just a bit. Mushroom. Hungry again. So I'm hungry, constantly hungry. There's a lot of bad mushroom. Runes. Okay, so let me take some health potion. Let me see what kind of like stuff I can eat. I can eat more poison. Great. And I have this one. Periwinkle is supposed to feed me for 71. So this one will feed me until 85. So this one will get me sorted for a while. So I don't need to think about food for a while, which is good. You know, there's a rat there. Rat is good. Yep, I think. Yep, there's a meat there. So I can make another burger. Yep. So another good thing about the other thing, emergency stuff, like things like the scroll of sustain, that is also kind of like, you know, it buy you another 18 minutes of no need to worry about food for a while. So you know, these are some of the scroll that you would like to keep it, and the and hope that you have something inside. So now I got a cabbage seed somehow, I don't know how, but so now the number one priority is to plant, because autumn is finishing soon, so you have to plant it. So you drop everything you do and just plant it. Alright, so you plant it here and see how it goes. Now I've got the I've got the meat, so I could make a burger. Alright, so I make a burger, and the burger can be put into the fridge as well. Okay, so So I put the burger into the fridge. Now I'm kind of sorted. I kind of know that, you know, I probably would not starve to death in a while's time, so I can play and be merry about it. Some of these are just not useful. So this one fit me for 11. You know, it can cure me as well, so I'll just eat it first. Whatever food I have, I just eat it first. So I want to identify this item, so I wanted to show you how you do it. I think I know. It's been a while since I played this game. I need to get some paper, of course. And then with the magical one, where is the magical one? So this is the magical one, the scroll here. Each one require 5 shots, so I can afford that. So now then I could use it to identify this thing. Intelligence 6, hit point 183, gain 3 hit point per second. Minimum weapon damage increased by 28. So this is the better than the. Am I using what's pane glass? I don't know. I know vitality, resist cold. Am I using cold damage? I'm using poison damage. So this one potentially wouldn't help me that much. I do find that it's useful to have luck rating, and I do find that it's useful to have crit as well. But this one has luck rating as well, no crit. So I may take out the 3%. Alright, and this one become a common item, a white item. So you can put this one back in here, and now I have far more hit point. You can see that slightly more, I think. But I thought this one has more hit point. No, probably not. Okay, so I can destroy this thing. I probably will keep this one because I may upgrade this to unique gear as time goes by. Because I may want to do something great about things. These are rune word recipe. Like I said, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time reading, because the more time I read, the lesser time I find food. So food is so important that the rest of the game just doesn't matter anymore. That's rather sad reality, and that's why I really hope that David Braveheart would do something about it, because they make the game just not fun. It's just everything is just about finding the you know, what's out there. The food is so important. I need more food, and because you know, if you have been like me, that were so close to getting defeated, like game over, because of lack of food, and you probably understand that. Understand why I am spending so much time just to deal with the food situation. So I have crops being ready for harvest. What you do, the first thing you do is make sure that you go and get your harvest, and because it may not stay there for long, or you know, you can start growing the next cycle. So once I have that, what do? I need to cook. So tomato soup is another one that I should cook. So I have that, put it back in the fridge. So now compared to last time what I could have done, what I could do was to ignore some of the food things, because I know that there's a lot of food. I don't really have to worry about food that much. I don't need to think about food that often. So in the past, what I did was that I could play the game and I just do the food thing if I want to, rather than I have to. So now it is a little bit different. It's lesser time to think about what you do, but you know, just everything just talking about food, and now you get a picture. So even I'm getting like tired, but I would not be sleeping, because I need the food, which is more important than anything else right now here. So I've got the everything that I need. There are some kind of like rune thingy. I would discover it one day. I don't have time to read right now, but this guy, okay, the vendor actually have a little bit of like I can buy a bank expansion, but I don't have enough money, so well, too bad. And I'd like to show it to you guys that there's a little bit kind of like different things around here as well. There's a head, kind of like you can buy a head if you want to, and they respawn this head. It's kind of interesting. There is one here as well, which is the you can reset the whole normal world, or you can take it to the next level, which is the nightmare difficulties. But I really shouldn't talk too much, because you know, I may end up starving myself talking too much. So I hope you get an idea of what this game is like. And let's drink coffee, by the way. It's you don't want to sleep. The moment you sleep, you get hungry. So let me just save it here and go to the main menu. So you know, to recap, in my video, you see that I play, and that's a normal kind of game mode that I play, and I spend a lot of time just worry about food. I spend a lot of time not playing the game like I would want to, not like eagerly killing monster, but I spend a lot of time trying to open the chest, trying to look for meat to just cook. I spend a lot of time rushing back to the base and to harvest so that the next crop will come before the winter arrives. I spend a lot of time cooking, putting stuff into the fridge and so on. So all in all, that become what the game is, really survival. A lot of time, I think it's just too imbalanced. I have nothing against the whole starvation system. I love the whole hunger and fatigue system. It kind of break the monotony of just killing monster, because there are many 2D pixel game out there that is doing roughly the same thing with gear, with shooting and so on. There are like a Chronicon, there are things like Hero's Age, there are things like just anything you can name. They just do the same thing, right? You do gear, you do power, you take down mobs, you loot, and then you sell things and you keep going on. This game shines because there's a starvation system. This game shines because there's a hunger and fatigue. You have to keep farming and cooking. But the problem is that if you make it too extreme, so now this game becomes just dealing with starvation and the stock up food, building more fridge, like what I would probably do, build another fridge, just to store as much food as possible in the event whereby I'm unable to find food, in the event whereby I need more time to read the rune words, more time to think about how to play the game, what kind of ring I should use. I may even not reading it in the game itself. I may even go into the Wikipedia to read what are the ring out there, which one is for my wizard. And it's kind of sad because you want to play a game whereby you want to read the tags and say, okay, I have 10 rings. What are these doing? What runes do I need to do? How to craft a pie rune? How to craft this rune? But I don't have time for it because the moment I read, I am starved and I don't have that much food. So that is my criticism with this early access game right now. Do let me know in the description below on how you feel about it. I mean, I know it can be very exciting, but I think that it's just a little bit too extreme in terms of the starvation system. Until the next time we see each other, goodbye, have a nice day.